Come and learn how to make a simple but extremely delicious recipe. And look, with just one recipe, you'll be able to make these two wonderful flavors in no time at all. This fruit cake and this chocolate cake with nuts. Come with me. Here, in my dish, I'm going to add 3 eggs at room temperature. I'm going to add the sugar, and I'm going to describe the quantities for you below. I'm also going to add the butter. It can also be margarine. And look, you can see that it's already softer, more melted. Just don't use it too cold because then it might get in the way. Mine is at room temperature, and now we're gonna beat it until it's a very smooth cream. Look how much lighter it becomes and completely homogeneous. I'm gonna use vanilla essence here, but you can use the essence or extract of your choice. In fact, if you want to use orange essence or even Panettone essence, that's up to you. In this little cream here, we'll gradually add the milk and also the wheat flour. We go like this. Look, add a little of each and mix until you finish both. I've mixed everything very well. And now I'm going to add my cake yeast, 5 grams of cake yeast. And if you like, you can add some zest, lime zest, or orange zest. It will be even more fragrant and even more delicious. Now I'm going to take this and put it in another dish because I'm going to divide this dough in 2. I'm going to take about half of this dough, put it here. Look, in another dish, because with this same dough, we're going to use it to make 2 different flavors. Here in another dish, I have a little bit of wheat flour, and I'm going to add my candied fruit. In total, I've got 90 grams of candied fruit and 30 grams of cherries. Now, I'm going to coat both these candied fruits and the cherries in wheat flour so that they don't get into our dough afterwards. That's it. In this half, I'm going to add the fruit that we've just coated in flour, mix them in very gently, and set aside in the corner. In this other half, I'm going to add 90 grams of chocolate drops and 30 grams of chopped walnuts, and in the same way, I'll mix it again. Here, I'm using these paper cups. You can use any English muffin tin, and I'm going to put this dough here, the first one, with fruit. I'll give you the exact size of the mold I'm using in the description below. 1 dough will be enough to make 2 of these cookies, 1 chocolate, and 1 fruit. And now I'm going to add the other one. And hey, before you come down here and complain to me, I've changed. The first one I put in was chocolate. This one is the fruit pastry. And I've spread it all over here. Give it a little squeeze like this. Look in the middle to make sure that the dough has gone all the way to the bottom. And now we're going to bake it in the oven at 160, 180 degrees for about 30 minutes. Our cake is already baked. Look how golden and beautiful it is. And now I'm going to make the icing. Here I have 70 grams of icing sugar. It's this very fine sugar. And now I'm going to add the milk. Here I have about 15 milliliters, but we're going to add it very gradually because I want to create a paste with this sugar. If I add too much, there's no turning back. Go little by little until you get to this paste that I'm going to show you. Look how it looks. It's important that you always have a little bit of sugar left over, because if you happen to overdo it a little bit in the milk, you can add a little more sugar so that it looks like this. Now we're going to decorate. This first one is the fruit one. And look how pretty it is. I'll come over here with it very delicately and I'll add all the little base that we've just prepared, a delicate egg, and soon you'll see that it has a nice dry base. Now I'm going to put a little bit of our candied fruit on top. A little bit of the fruit, a little bit of this chopped cherry to give it that beautiful color, and to finish that cherry to add the final touch. And now for the chocolate. For the chocolate with nuts, I already have a ganache here. Look, I made this ganache with half chocolate and half heavy cream. In other words, 100 grams of chocolate to 100 grams of heavy cream. I'm going to do it the same way. Look, I'm going to spread it all over here like this. Then on this one too, to make it really pretty, I'm going to put these walnuts here in the middle. Other pieces of these walnuts here, look, more chopped on the sides. And now I'm going to put a little bit of my chocolate sprinkles on top. In fact, this is the chocolate sprinkles to make it look like this. And now we're going to take that slice and see what it looks like inside. Now it's time to cut it and see what it looks like inside. My fondant here isn't dry yet, but you'll see that it's already started to dry. Shall we see what it looks like inside? Look at this, people. What a beautiful thing. And now we're going to cut into this chocolate and walnut fondant. Guys, there's no way this could be bad. Look inside, make it, and then come back and tell me whether or not it's the best chocolate cake with nuts and fruit you've ever made.